And welcome back. Well, having money problems can be embarrassing, and asking for help can also be gut-wrenching. Joining me today is Veronica Murchison, who once had a lot of money trouble, but is now using her experiences to help others. She's here with Jamie Miller in his 25th year with Miller & Miller Law. He wrote this book. It's The Secrets About Bankruptcy They Don't Want You to Know. Welcome to the Morning Blend, you guys. I think this is great. This is your second book. You've been with the firm for 25 years.
Long time.
Why do you love doing bankruptcy? And love may be kind of an odd term to use when talking about it, but this is something you're passionate about, you care about.
I care about, and Veronica, who's a trusted employee and a former trusted client, she epitomizes what we're trying to do to help people. They come to us in just really a crazy time in their life, and we're able to boost them up and push them forward and allow them to have a great future. Yeah,
you came with a happy client last time. Now your client turned into an employee, like you said.
Right.
Which I think speaks volumes for what you guys do. I mean, it's the same kind of good feeling that you can give people about financial recovery, and they're obviously spreading that and helping with that. For you, coming on the show today, let's talk a little bit about your story, because I think it can resonate with so many people out there. Money problems are so personal. They're so stressful. They can really lead to a lot of angst. What drew you to Miller & Miller? How did you find them?
I was having financial problems, and I was surfing the internet, and I came across Miller & Miller. But what actually drew me in the door was when I made the appointment, the person on the phone was able to calm me down to get me in the door in order to make the decision.
Well, that's probably the hardest part, right? Is saying first and foremost, you got to look something up. Secondly, find somebody, and then you got to get yourself there.
Yeah.
So for you, what was it like before you filed your case? Because we'll kind of get to some of that as well. But what was it like for you?
I was in an accident, and so therefore I had like people who were harassing me. They were threatening to come get my car. I couldn't live without my car. I needed my car to work. I needed my car to make money, feed my kids. And for someone to tell me that they're going to come get my car or start garnishments, I needed help.
Yeah. I've been in a car accident. I know those phone calls. It is scary. It feels harassing. It feels very scary. So what scared you most about filing for bankruptcy? You know, because obviously you get to this point, you're like, I'm having trouble. You admitted it to yourself. You were ready to admit it to somebody else, but filing bankruptcy is another step. That's scary.
Right. And what actually, I mean, honestly, the not knowing if it's going to work for me, not knowing how actually, just didn't know the steps of bankruptcy, and for me not knowing, that scared me. Yeah, didn't know if it was going to work just for me.
So you make the appointment, you go in. What did it feel like? What did you do?
When I got off the elevator, I was crying so hard. I walked through the door and I was still crying, and the receptionist, Deborah, she asked me, was I okay? And I was like, no. It was like the scariest decision I had to make, because I didn't know what I was getting into. And for her to tell me that I was going to be okay, it made me feel like I was going to be okay.
And what was the process like? So you meet with them and then you file?
Yes, you meet with an attorney. You come in and you tell the attorney what's actually going on, and then they'll, of course, they'll follow up with you to make sure that you're following the proper steps in order to get things going.
Yep.
And then you move right on.
This is one thing that I think is really interesting about your story is, you know, you kind of mentioned people were calling you, asking for your car, doing things like that. You needed your car, and you needed a new car.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say, okay, I'm in bankruptcy, I filed all this, I'm going to be out for a long time, my credit's going to be bad. But you actually were building your credit while you had been in bankruptcy, doing all that, and were able to get a new car?
Yes.
How does that work?
Well, I mean, there's different steps that you have to go through. Like when you're in a Chapter 13, of course, you can't just go out and get a car. It's like different steps that the attorneys will help you in order to be able to get a car. You have to follow the steps in order for it to work.
Yeah. So you were able to, and you were able to get a car?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And part of that was to get you to work, because now you work there.
Yes, I do. I do.
How did that come to be?
Internet. I was on the internet.
You know how to work the internet, girl.
Right. Just surfed the internet, and I saw that Miller & Miller was hiring, and I, of course, put the application in because of the fact of that. If they helped me, I would have been able to help somebody else. So I wanted to try that.
So what do you do? What do you do at the office?
I'm a client retention specialist. So I actually help people who are scared, are wondering what's going on, and didn't understand stuff. So therefore, I'm the person that would kind of push you a little bit to let you know you're going to be okay, and you made a great decision. This is like a beginning of your life.
Yeah. I like that you say it's the beginning of your life, because a lot of people feel in that moment it's the end, and this is truly a beginning. It's a fresh start. What's it like working with this guy, for Jamie over here?
I love him. Yes, I really do. I mean, I think he's an awesome boss.
Yeah.
He makes me feel like family. The whole office makes me feel like family. We're actually one big family.
I obviously realize you probably recommend it to your friends if they're in a similar spot.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I think that's important. For you, what do you love about Veronica? Her story working for you, how do you feel it all kind of comes full circle?
She uses her personal experience every day, and she talks to potential clients, and she's able to talk to them at such a deep level of understanding what they go through. And it actually not only transitions that she's able to help people, but she's also able to be really successful at what she does, because she has such a passion, and she's meeting our mission and our vision and our core values at the firm, and we're blessed to have her.
I love it. I think that's the definition of purpose, when you use your experiences to help others. So that's great. So you also have this free strategy session. You've got meetings. I want to make sure everybody knows how to get it. You've got a free book. Your book, again, The Truth About Bankruptcy, is free for the first 97 callers right now. If you want to learn more, call us. You get free identity theft guide, and then also you'll get a free strategy meeting with an attorney. Don't be afraid. Make the call now. Here's the phone number. It's 414-376-6363. That's how you can get your free copy of the book, or contact Miller & Miller for more information and to set up that strategy planning with an attorney. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you.
Thanks for being
Great.
here
Thank
too,
you so
Jane. Thank
much.
you. Appreciate it.